Grounded to Rizzo. Could be a tough play. Got him! The diving Cortez!
Man, I am so bummed that a fantastic game of baseball was ruined by fake fans. I'm not even going to call them Yankees fans because on Twitter, thank God people had the right mind and perspective. Even Yankees fans were like, yo, we don't claim those people. They're probably casuals, and it's their first time in Yankee Stadium in the last decade. So, again, fake fans, we do not welcome them, and they're just trashy people. Anyways, what's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We're going to break down the rest of that game in just a moment, and also give a round of applause to a few Yankees players for making sure that that game did not get out of hand towards the end. The Cubs scored 21 runs yesterday. It was basically a football score, and then even as a Cleveland fan, I feel terrible for the city of Chicago, not the Cubs because they put up 21 runs. The White Sox, they have been decimated by injuries. Now, a quick reminder, if you're going to any concerts or baseball games anytime soon, make sure to use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save yourself 20 bucks off. Let's talk about the man of the hour before we get into the rest of the games from yesterday. Miggy, one of my favorite players and least favorite players of all time because he torched Cleveland for so long. He picked up his 3,000th base hit. I cannot imagine doing something 3,000 times at an elite level. So for his career, he has a 310 batting average, 502 home runs, a career 144 OPS plus, one of the best hitters in the history of baseball, and an icon in the city of Detroit. Then the passing over the torch happened. Spencer Torkelson hits a 3-run bomb the other way, just like prime Miguel Cabrera. And speaking of Miggy, he knocks in a few runs later and Detroit wins big. Tarek Skubal looked like an ace, by the way. I don't think that the ace of the Tigers is Eddie Eduardo Rodriguez. I'm actually going to give it to Tarek Skubal, maybe Casey Myles if he can come back and be healthy. 6 shutout innings and 6 strikeouts as the Tigers win easy 13-0. Now in game number 2, the Rockies get payback. The man with 2 first names, Connor Joe goes yard, and Chuck Nasty belts one of his own in the 3rd. And Austin Gomber did his best Skubal impression. And even though Austin Meadows brought Detroit back within a few runs, Alex Colomé nails it down. I mean, barely though. He gets the save, and the Rockies come away with a 3-2 victory. Another 3-2 game came from Tampa Bay. This one was a wild one, and I say wild because there was an actual no-hitter into the 10th inning. Yes, the Rays had a no-hitter through the first 9. Just unfortunately, Boston grabs a hit and then takes a 2-0 lead. But here comes the Rays after Trevor Story makes a terrible throw with 2 outs. That was a big concern in the offseason. Is Trevor Story's arm going to be okay? That one... yeah, man, there was a lot of jokes on Twitter, but I think he's going to be fine. It sets up a Kevin Kiermaier moment. He hit his first career walk-off home run, and he was more than excited. That was really the only thing he said in an interview after the game. That was the one thing he was missing in his career. He has been to the World Series. He's got a Gold Glove or 2. He's one of the best defenders ever, but he has never had a walk-off home run. So there you go. Moving over to the Yankees and the Guardians game. Let's go ahead and just get this out the way so we can talk about the other ones. Josh Naylor is legitimately Babe Ruth versus the Yankees going back to the 2020 playoff series. He now has 5 consecutive multi-hit games. IKF and Higgy, they tied it for Cortez, who struck out 8 in 6 1/3. He is now the ace. Well, I know Garrett Cole is the best pitcher in terms of ceiling, but he has been playing like the ace of the Yankees. Only allowed 1 single hit, and that was to Josh Naylor. Josh Donaldson hits a go-ahead home run, and maybe the worst hitter in baseball the last half decade. Comes in huge. Austin Hedges with the 2-run home run, and then it all crumbled, not only for Clase. He gives up the lead to IKF, and then Gleyber walks it off. But I just feel so bad for Gleyber. He was standing there all alone. His moment was stolen by a bunch of hooligans, as John Sterling called him. He is the Yankees radio broadcaster. I mean, we're just going to go ahead and roll the rest of the clips, including interviews from Oscar Mercado and Myles Straw.
Obviously, Quan was a little shaken up and had some cuts in his face, and there was a specific Yankee fan in left field that was celebrating Quan getting hurt. You can root for your team all you want. I'm not denying that. And honestly, I think it's good for the game when people are diehard fans, but do it the right way. There's a right way of doing it.
The nicest guy on the planet, and that's my teammate, that's my brother. And some of the things that were said to him, just for me, wasn't going to fly. So, you know, my emotions got to me a little bit. But, you know, at that point, I feel like as a Yankees fan, you got to be excited for your team. You should be cheering, and you should never prey on someone's, you know, the guy went head first into a hard wall. You know, it got to me a little bit, and I said what I said, and you know, if I were to do it again, I probably would have said the same thing. That's my guy, and you know, at that point, just cheer. You know, be happy your team tied the game up, and be a normal baseball fan and just enjoy what's going on.
So there you have it. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you make of all this? Are you going to be in the 1% of delusional fans that blames Myles? You can't climb the wall like Spider-Man and talk smack back to us. We paid a ticket. Dude, I'm so sick of people saying that content creators and athletes cannot chirp back like we're holier than thou. No, we're human. And also a quick round of applause for Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge along with Garrett Cole. They sprinted out to right field and they were telling their own fans, hey, can you stop making us look stupid? Thank you very much. All right, so these next two games, I'm going to classify them as the roller coaster games, the Braves versus the Marlins and the Mariners versus the Royals. Let's talk about Jazz Chisholm first and foremost because the kid is a superstar. The first pitch of the game he unloads on, and then sure enough, Ozzie Albies does the exact same thing. That's the second time ever that the leadoff hitter for each team hit a home run on the first pitch that they saw. Both teams trade a few runs in the first few innings, and Austin Riley shows off his recently acquired dad strength. He just had a baby girl 2 days ago, so watch the heck out. Jazz doesn't care about that. He delivers 2 more RBIs in the 6th, and Jorge Soler makes his old team pay. Miami goes back up by a run, and then, that's gone. Swanson has a 2 RBI single to put Atlanta back up by a run, and of course, Miami fights back because these are the roller coaster games. They reclaim the lead on a go-ahead 2 RBI hit from Garrett Cooper, and Tanner Scott, who I think was with the Orioles last year. I thought he was nasty. He comes in for the save. The Mariners and the Royals, J.P. Crawford enjoyed this long 2-run shot, and the M's find themselves with 5 runs before the 4th inning. Kansas City, like we talked about all year, they don't go away easy. They come within 1 after a Bobby Witt Jr. RBI double in the 5th, and Suarez of the Mariners grabs the run back. He has been on fire since the 3rd or 4th day of the season, only to have CeeLo sock a 2-run home run after Salvi got on after a nasty hit by pitch. He took one to the hand, and Olivares, every time I say that name, it reminds me of Ollivanders from Harry Potter. He wants this W. His double puts Kansas City up by 1, and again, these are the roller coaster games, so of course Ty France has to tie it up and enter J-Rod. Finally, he was not screwed by an umpire. He walks in the go-ahead run. Winker then finally is able to have one land for him because he has been so unlucky this year. He doubles in Toro and Murphy, and speaking of having one land, I don't think this one from Ty France has landed yet. The Mariners are so much fun to watch. They come away with a 13-7 victory. You know who scored more than that? The Cubs. I'm just going to go ahead and show the highlights. I'm not really going to highlight anyone specifically because this was the Bears versus the Steelers. I mean, 8 different Cubs hitters had an RBI, and 5 of those 8 had multi-RBI days. I mean, the Cubs, they weren't even top 10 in scoring, and now they sit alone at number 1 by a comfortable 6-run lead. The Wizard was back at it. I call Kyle Hendricks the Wizard because there's nothing really special about him. He is just so crafty, and he uses sorcery to his advantage. He only struck out 2, but went 7 shutout innings and had a decent chance to win up by 1,000,000. The Giants and the Nationals, Benjamin Button was at it yet again. Brandon Crawford is aging backward. He delivers with the first run of the game, and then the Giants just simply kept on scoring. 5 runs on 0 extra base hits. I thought that was kind of funny. They all came on singles or sac flies or ground out. Doval does need 16 pitches, but he picks up his 3rd save as the Giants improve to 10-5 on the season. The Twins and the White Sox, both of these teams are my rivals, but I can still feel bad for White Sox fans and really baseball fans in general because we love Lucas Giolito and Eloy Jimenez. Eloy's probably going to be out with a knee injury. I'm not sure how long. Hopefully the baseball gods keep him safe and that it's really just a tweaked knee. Minnesota understood, though, that even though tragedy happened, there was a job to do, and they did it well. Buxton and Luis Arraez combined for 5 RBIs on the day, and in between all of that scoring, Dylan Bundy was at it again. 4 strikeouts in 5 innings, that's pretty good. Just no big deal. He's only given up 1 single earned run in 15 1/3 inning pitch. Dylan Bundy might be back to 2020 Bundy. I mean, I'm not going to jinx him. I'm going to knock on wood. The Padres and the Dodgers, remember, the Padres are 0-10 against LA in their last 10 games. The Chrome Zone was back at it. He was 0 for 25 before this home run. That must have felt really good. Yu Darvish dices up his former team, and I wonder if he pitches with extra motivation because he was with them in 2017 and he kind of imploded in the World Series. So he's showing Dodgers fans, hey, I can still be really good. Regardless, 7 strikeouts in 6 shutout innings, only 1 hit. He was insane. But Trey Turner is also insane. He ties it up in the 8th, and this one heads to extras. We get some free baseball. Profar, this guy has been all over the place in a good way this year. He nabbed CT3, and then Austin Nola sac fly scores CJ Abrams as the Padres finally pick up a W against their rival, the LA Dodgers. The Orioles and the Angels. Baltimore always seems to play better against top-tier teams. They won a series against the Yankees, and now they're going for a series win versus the Angels. Mountcastle and Odor helped the cause with 2 runs driven in early, only to have some fish dude ruin that with 2 solo shots. He has 4 home runs already. Mike Trout has played 10 games. He's already worth 1 WAR. I mean, this dude is ridiculous. At 30 years old, he is still in the top 5 for sprint speed in all of Major League Baseball. Brandon Marsh is seriously impressing as well. He bashes a 3-run tater. He has 13 RBIs and a 306 batting average. But the Angels, yeah, they wanted to be like Post Malone, and they fell apart. The Orioles get help from some bad defense, and Mountcastle singles home Mullins and Santander. Santander has been an on-base machine. And guess who's back? Yep, Jorge Lopez strikes out 2 for his 4th save. That dude is disgusting. Brewers and the Phillies. I thought that this one was going to be all Philadelphia as they jumped out to an early 3-0 lead, and Zach Wheeler was on the bump. But the 5th inning, yeah, it became the stuff of nightmares. Peterson, Adames, Yelich, they all understood that, hey, if we just single, we'll be able to fight back brick by brick, and they did just fine doing so, tying it up at 3 runs apiece. Adames ends up scoring after stealing home. JT fires to second base, and it was bobbled over there. They missed it. Renfroe shows off the raw strength on a 2nd home run, and Josh Hader just changed the channel. He has another 1-2-3 inning for his 7th save. Again, he is number 1 in the National League and just behind Jordan Romano, or maybe he's tied with Romano. The Rangers and the A's, this one was an easy game to recap. Frankie Montas and Martin Perez went back and forth with scoreless frames, but the Rangers get 2 in the 8th. And yeah, the A's aren't happy with the overturned call. It didn't matter though because the A's were shut out, and Culberson ends it on a beauty of a play. Texas wins 2-0. Another shutout. The Reds have lost 10 consecutive games. The people have been showing up with bags on their heads. There was a plane in the sky yesterday basically saying that the owner should sell the team. Dakota Hudson went nearly 7 shutout innings, and he made sure that the Reds would not improve to 1-10 in their last 11. Goldie doubles in these 6 to break the game open to 4, and usually a 4-run lead is not breaking the game open, but against the Reds, might as well be 17-0. Edmund has been on fire, 8 RBIs on the young season. He's hitting .341. Get Joey Votto the heck out of there. He is going crazy on social media, I guess in a good way because he's popping off, but the man painted himself green and was yelling at the camera like the Incredible Hulk. All right, moving on to the Jays and the Astros. George Springer was back in Houston, and he brought a Springer dinger with him. He got a bunch of boos, and I'm not sure why. He was a postseason legend for them. His buddy Bregman answers with a 2-run shot into the Crawford boxes. His first of the year on a breaking pitch, and Santiago Espinal will not stop. He puts his team up by 1, and a double play ends it at a 3-2 ball game, and the Jays come away with the W. And last but not least, Dalton Varsho is just able to squeak this over Robinson Cano's glove. 10 years ago, Robinson Cano makes that play 10 times out of 10. Pavin Smith doubles in Seth Beer, and look at this throw to end it. I made an audible wow when I watched this live, and shout out to Joe Mantiply. I didn't even know that he existed until yesterday. He picked up his first save of the year. But that does it for today's recap. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed. Remember to save yourself money on SeatGeek using code Fuzzy, and enjoy the web gems.
Oh my goodness, what an incredible catch by Anthony Rendon. Rocket, prep step, ready, footwork going, full dive on the extension. Baseball is by him. What a play by Anthony Rendon.
Sharply hit, one hop, knocked down, recovered by Franco, throw, he got him!
It's every night. Well, a great job of staying with it. That ball well struck.
Again, lined into center field and a base hit. Bader may have a shot at him. Throw to third, and out at third. It's an outfield assist from Bader.